The 52nd Rolex Big Boat Series descended on San Francisco with the biggest fleet in history.
I'm Susan Rooney, and I'm the race chair for the Rolex Big Boat Series here at St. Francis Yacht Club. We are really excited. We have 127 boats, 3 race circles. We have 4 days of racing, and we are looking forward to having all of this craziness happening.
San Francisco is awesome. There's no better place for Rolex Big Boat Series than San Francisco Bay. It's beautiful, mountains and hills all around, and sailing by the city front is really cool, and a pretty dependable sea breeze is expected every day, so it's great.
Best part about sailing in San Francisco is that it's very windy up here often. So get plenty of wind and good weather, and the view is amazing, and it's always a good after party as well.
Sailing in San Francisco is fun because there's weird currents, and so what it does is it makes for a big challenge because, depending on the day, it could be flooding on one side and then ebbing on another side. And what's nice about with the Big Boat Series is that the courses are really long. And so you'd be coming up a beat and it's flooding on one side, and then all of a sudden by the time you get to the windward mark, it's ebbing. And so it makes for a really big challenge.
The current's fun to sail, and it takes years to figure out what's going on, but sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not obvious.
Looking forward to racing, getting on the water.
Day 1 of the Rolex Big Boat Series delivered typically beautiful San Francisco racing. As the day went on, the breeze built from 11 knots to over 20, a complete and varied test for the 127 boats on the bay, the largest fleet yet in the history of the event. Incredible action out on the 3 race circles of San Francisco Bay, and we're sure to see plenty more over the next 3 days of racing. Points are tight for all of the fleets, fighting for the ultimate prize, the glory of the bay, and a chance to be awarded a Rolex Submariner timepiece. The backbone of every regatta is the race committee, and one of the best in the world is run by St. Francis Yacht Club.
We have an amazing base of race committee here, hundreds of people. So we have an online sign-up system. They sign up, and then I take them all and I play matchmaker and drop them into the slots that work the best. I mean, these guys they're top-notch. They're the best around, and they are so good to come out here and do what they do and battle the San Francisco weather.
The environment on the committee boat is hectic, but it's also sort of calm because everybody knows their jobs, and we just sort of do our positions, concentrate on what you're doing, and get the job done.
So the day is a long one. We have a fun tradition here. There's a couple of us that go out. As you know, there's a lot of fixed marks that we use, as well as just your course marks, because multiple courses use the same marks. So there's a group of us that meet for coffee at 5:30 in the morning, and we hop on a boat. We take all the marks out. We go out of the bridge. We go down to Treasure Island. We do a whole bay, dropping all the marks. So we get back to the dock around 7:30. We have a RO meeting at 7:30. Talk about what we're doing. I give them an idea of what courses worked. We look at the distances from yesterday, and then we do the race committee meeting, and hopefully everyone's on time. And I am cheery, and we go through what's going to go on. They get their lunches, they get their boats, if we switch assignments, and then everyone leaves the dock. I get on our protector and I go out and monitor all of the courses. And so we are double duty where we're watching the races, we're watching the timing, but we're also guiding the tankers and any container ships through. So if we have commercial traffic come through, we get on the bow and we lead them through all the boats and flag them if they're going to get in trouble. Then we come back to the dock eventually, watch the rest of the races, clean up any messes. If we have to have protests, sometimes we hang out for that, make sure the parties are going okay, and hopefully go home before 8 or 9 o'clock, and then we do it again.
Being on race committee is gratifying.
I love when it all comes together. I mean, it is as fun for me to see all those boats coming down from Mark 1 and just barreling down to the finish line as it is for all the spectators. It's never not an incredible sight, and it's such a sense of accomplishment if I can actually make it happen. Sometimes they're a little bit more spread out, but that's my favorite part, is just seeing all of the pieces finally come together after a year of planning. At the end of the day, I feel emotionally drained, but I know Sunday at the award ceremony, I will forget all of the hardships and I will look forward to next year.
Rolex Big Boat Series Day 2 delivered. After a windy Day 1 for the competitors, 7 leaders had scored 2 bullets, while the other 4 fleets were tied at the top. Friday dawned bright and sunny, with racers rearing to go on the 3 race courses: Alcatraz, Berkeley Circle, and Fort Mason. A beautiful day of racing had boats spread out across the bay and under the Golden Gate Bridge. A whale even showed up to see what the excitement was all about. Breeze built from 7 knots up to 20, allowing for intense finishes off St. Francis Yacht Club, especially for the J70 class after an extended 7-mile beat. A healthy mix of racers lead the various divisions, with 6 Bay Area teams in the lead, along with 5 visiting teams. But who can stay on top throughout the weekend? At the Rolex Big Boat Series, the penultimate day started with a short delay, then a light air test of skills as the breeze filled down San Francisco Bay. The 2 leaders in the J70 began the day on 9 points even out on Berkeley Circle, with teams slightly more spread in the other 10 fleets. By the second race of Saturday, the top 3 J105s were tied. The breeze was up and the fog back in on the city-front race courses. Top spots are up for grabs across the fleets, with dead heats in the Cal 40 and Sport Boat divisions. It's going to be thrills and spills for the finale of racing on Championship Sunday.
You know, we're coming up on the season ender, but everybody knows in September, if you're part of the racing community, the Rolex Big Boat Series is the event, period. We have boats coming in from Southern California, they're coming from around the world, they're chartering boats just to race in this regatta, which is bar none, hands down, probably the finest on the bay.
I like sailing on the boat because I get to hang out with my friends and my husband. It's nice too because when he races other boats, I don't always get to go. So he'll be out working and I don't get to see him for a couple weeks, but when we sail this boat, I get to go and it's a really fun, like, family affair.
I'd like to thank St. Francis for organizing the event.
The sponsors,
The people in Barry Motel Association.
All the volunteers.
Race committee for being here early.
captain, owner of the boat, for letting me come along and sail with him.
I mean, it's pretty fantastic. It's an amazing experience down here.
A collective passion for sailing combined with an iconic venue delivers more than results. It's friendships, family, memories, fueled by wind, water, and teamwork that keeps us all coming back. For the Rolex Big Boat Series and the St. Francis Yacht Club, we'll see you next year on the bay.